So I guess I'm just making this video to add it to the massive online library that I've seen of other people making their videos. America's not doing well. The economy is suffering. Things are only getting worse. Inflation's on the rise. Infrastructure's falling apart. Meanwhile, they're giving more tax breaks to the rich over and over and over again, and we're left picking up the debt, those of us poor working. I remember when I got out of the Navy, my first job was working at a gas station, minimum wage federal at the time. It was $7.25 an hour. While I was working there, I was going to a building trade school to learn electrical, plumbing, and carpentry. I had spare time. I had spare money. I was paying for my own one-bedroom, one-bath apartment, able to go out on the weekends. And that was $7.25 an hour. Now I make $20 an hour as a security guard. And I'm barely getting by. I'm paying my landlord around $800 a month for a one-bedroom, one-bathroom apartment, which is very fortunate that I was able to convince him to charge me that little. He's a genuinely lovely man, older gentleman. And he just needs help around the house, so I help him mow the lawn once a week and sometimes pick up the dog doo when I see it in the living room. It's not my dog, it's his. But I help out because he's nice, so I want to return the favor. What's truly infuriating and causes my panic attacks is what's recently happened. Maybe other people can see this and empathize, and maybe somebody will post in the comments and tell me their story. I've been trying to find like-minded people for a while now. I've been on the dating apps. I'm not a dater. It's not that I'm asexual. I don't want a girlfriend or a wife. I want a community. I want a family. I want my tribe. Why is it that I can go online into these stupid video game lobbies and convince grown adults struggling to make ends meet that they should dedicate 30 to 40 hours a week into these online survival game environments? And yet when I want to get even 10 people together to pool our resources, buy some land, maybe some prefab tiny homes, and build a foundation for a happy life, they look at me like I'm insane. And yet, when I look at the vast expanse of human history, it isn't until the last 100 years that we've been doing this whole American dream thing. It's a relatively new concept, the idea of being away from your house at 18 and getting your own place and getting married and having kids. That didn't happen before. Even among nobility, you were living at home with 3 generations at a time until you got married, or, married off or whatever. But intergenerational households were very normal through most stratus of society, through most human history. It's only recently that we started fucking with it. I just wish more people were comfortable trusting each other the way we used to. I don't understand this rampant individuality, this narcissism. It's the only way I can describe it, really. After 9/11, I remember we came together as a nation. Neighbors helping neighbors in rough times. Now I see poverty on the street everywhere I look. Homelessness. People living out of cars and vans. I'm going to be living out of an RV. I mean, James is so helpful right now, but I can't do this forever. I was able to save... I haven't been able to save up actually anything. Now I think about it, the money that I currently have, the $5,000 in my bank, was given to me as a birthday present by my father for turning 34. He's been incredibly helpful. I should say he's been incredibly helpful this past year. The day I turned 18, he forced me out on my own. I joined the Navy, and I've been bouncing around on my own since with barely any help except from one friend. And through COVID, and we lived together. But then after that, it just fell apart. Maybe it's my own neuroticism, I don't know. I am high-functioning autistic. I just don't know. things are only going to get worse, I think, before they get better. I'd like to see people coming together, forming communities again, you know, helping each other out through these rough times. But when I even talk to my coworkers about it, they look at me like, who is this guy? Do we trust him? It's like, guys, I'm your security guard. I've been here a year now. You know my life story. Can we get past this rampant distrust? You know, you'd think that the internet would bring more people together, but it seemed to only create more echo chambers and drive more people apart. That's why I've been trying to get away from it actively. I'm only putting this on here out of pure desperation just to have some semblance of, you know, my life story on a website. I don't know. If people see this and they empathize, or they, you know what, fuck it, I'll just say it here. Contact me if you are in Asheville, North Carolina. If you are a spiritual yet not religious individual, if you like community and teamwork and world building, and you want to try to work together to build something, I would love to try and form a real world guild. You know, I ran a survival gaming communities for over a decade, you know, up to 500 members and sometimes. And these are all people, like I said, who are putting in 40 hours a week to play a fucking game. Put that kind of effort into real life, and what could we achieve? Great things, I'm pretty sure. We achieved a lot more with a lot less in the past. And we have modern technology at our disposal now. Yeah. American economy is getting fucked. They won't admit it, but I do believe we are walking quickly towards another Great Depression. And we're definitely in a hard recession now. I think the future century is going to be dictated by Asian supremacy. The past 100 years may have been American supremacy, but that's not going to last. We can barely maintain our own roads. Meanwhile, China is transporting freight carrier shipping containers over mountains by custom carved waterways that they lift and lower the water levels to transport this through the mountains. I mean, amazing infrastructure and just technological achievement. And we just stopped improvising here. We just funneling all the money towards the top. Fuck future development. Fuck the road plan. Fuck the average person. It just doesn't seem very wise in the long run. But if you're in the area like me, and you'd like to try maybe meeting up and talking, forming a group of like-minded individuals who would like to work together, pool resources, buy land, buy tiny home prefabs, and build a community all our own. If we share similar values, I would love more than anything to meet. I hope people see this.